basically, so Quibi, we talked about it on a previous episode. It's this new streaming app, and they got a lot of attention because they have a lot of celebrities that are working with them, making different things. You might want to close that door because I can kind of hear you. They're making a lot of noise right now because there's they just announced their like earnings call or whatever. Like they had like an earnings thing.
They went public, right?
I don't know if they're publicly traded. I don't know because I don't think they are. I don't think they are because they did a bunch of like seed rounds of funding. Like they're not like publicly being traded. I don't think, but I could be wrong. We could look that up. But basically, they announced that they had way less subscriptions than they like had, and one of the reasons why is because before they launched, they had all these advertising deals with sports, like tons of sports. Like that's one of the main ways that people watch TV. And they were kind of assuming that like people that watch sports are probably less likely to be like bought into like another streaming service. I think like they're kind of like they're still on cable because they're watching sports. Like maybe we can suck them in with Quibi or whatever because like maybe they don't have time for like Netflix or whatever.
Like a live streaming service for like sports and stuff. Right?
I don't know about that, but like basically the idea was they were going to do tons of advertising during sports games.
Okay.
So like during the Super Bowl or during the fucking World Series and all of these types of things during the NBA Finals, they were launching around the time of the NBA Finals, so that was a big one. But like they were gonna be doing all this TV because I mean, if you think about it, all these old guys that are running Quibi, like they're basically trying to come in and like swoop in the younger market or whatever, but they're still old heads and they still think like, oh, how do we get our name out there? Oh, we need to like put tons of money into like traditional advertising.
Yeah, I mean, I can see how it could work. But just the way I think you're right. Just the way they approached it with this kind of like oldie mindset.
Yeah, they're kind of just like
didn't work.
Hello, fellow kids. You know, like that whole thing, and it's like you're like trying to grab this demographic in like the worst way possible. But it's funny because they were doing tons of They're doing tons of ads on Snapchat right now. Apparently, I don't really use Snapchat, but like apparently a lot of people are saying that on Snapchat, like every other ad is for like Quibi right now because they took that ad budget that they were going to put on like TV commercials and stuff and just like poured it right into like Snapchat and things.
Well, Snapchat's a vertical platform too, so they're kind of just like trying to slap it on there and make it look good.
But the funny thing is like if they were actually smart with that, it's like, okay, you're trying to capture like a quote unquote like younger audience, all this stuff. What they should have done instead of getting like Idris Elba and like fucking Chris Hemsworth and stuff to be in the shows, they should have grabbed fucking, Charli D'Amelio and like Addison Rae and like, all these TikTok stars that are coming up that would have done a deal for way less than it would have cost to get Idris Elba and stuff. And people would have gone and watched those things. Because if you look at the YouTube trending page like right now, like so much of the top is just like TikTok people just making YouTube videos that are not good, but people are just so hungry for these new personalities. It's kind of like Vine. Like when Vine first started blowing up, it was just a channel to like distribute these new personalities that no one had seen before. And now that people are like, for example, a Charli D'Amelio, it's like if all you're used to seeing Charli do is dance in 10 seconds to 1 minute chunks, and you're like a huge fan of her, you're probably going to want to know what she thinks about this or that or whatever. And so then they jump onto her YouTube channel and like literally it's just crazy. These kids that are just blowing up on YouTube.
One thing I've noticed that they're doing with the marketing angle on
Quibi
is because I still, in order to keep myself in touch with YouTube, I try to consume YouTube the way that YouTube is supposed to be consumed. And what that means is I have ads on, just so I can have the full experience. And they used to market the platform and market the 10-minute clips. They would market the app and the platform, and they
weren't marketing shows.
Not at all. They were marketing no shows.
Which is weird.
They were just marketing the platform. Now they're marketing the shit out of shows where you watch this full trailer and it's like available only on Quibi, and you're like, oh, I got it now. And they look really cool. They look really intriguing. And there's even stuff that I'm like, dude, if I had a Quibi, I'd probably watch that. But
well, it's a 3-month free trial too. Like you can literally just sign up for free and watch for 3 months. Like I got it just to like see what it was up, but like I didn't care enough because it's like
I hardly have enough time to like scratch my own butt, dude. Like I'm not.
Well, all you need is 10 minutes, just a Quibi, a quick bite.
Just a Quibi.
While you're fucking taking a shit, watch a show, watch Punk'd with Chance the Rapper. Like, dude, the thing about Disney Plus that was the shit is they had one show that was a must watch. They had the fucking Mandalorian at launch, and everyone wanted to watch the Mandalorian, and it became like a cultural
Baby Yoda,
phenomenon.
Baby
with
Yoda.
Baby fucking Yoda. And the thing about Quibi is everyone just knows about Quibi, but no one's talking about any specific show in general because there's so fucking many, and they're all a must watch. It's like the thing about any new platform is you got to start small and then work your way up. And I think they started way too big.
You got to start with a proof of concept and see if it works.
Yeah, and it's like,
But they just had a bunch of investors that were like, "You guys want 10 billion together?
And
We'll just all come together."
Is like no one was complaining that the streaming war, like that there's any sort of streaming service that's like quote unquote broken. Like no one was coming into the market to fix a problem. Like no one was like, man, I wish I could watch more content, but it's just way too long. I need 10-minute ones that I can watch vertically or horizontally. No one was fucking asking.
But there had to have been some market research. There had to have been people.
Of course.
There had to have been people at Hulu, people at Netflix, people at YouTube. People have been looking like the average watch time for a video is 4 to 8 minutes. Maybe
But
if
when
we
you
just
only look at data,
maybe if we just make the show for instead of making 10 1 hour, why don't we make 100 10 minutes?
Yeah,
you know,
and I agree. Like, yeah, if you look at that, like the reason why people watch YouTube videos is because they have time for a 10-minute thing. But you're not going to YouTube thinking, I've got 10 free minutes and I want to watch a piece of content. I'm gonna go to YouTube and use up these 10 minutes with this video. No, you're literally
YouTube's
just
your sessions,
you just
dude.
Think,
it's a session.
Yeah,
it's a
you
session.
just think like, oh, I'm going to jump into the YouTube app because that's what I do because I'm a creature of habit. And I open up the app and I see, oh, Danny Gonzalez opened a video. I'm a simple man. When Danny Gonzalez makes a video, I click. So it's like, I just don't understand. Like you said, I'm sure they did tons of market research, but it's the epitome of just looking at data and not understanding why the trends are moving that way. It's like, kids these days like vertical content in 10 minutes or less. And it's like, why though? Because the platforms that have caused that. Okay, TikTok, it's a vertical platform.
This reminds me
but
of
why
like
are they spending so much time on TikTok? Because of the personalities on TikTok. Why are they spending so much time on Snapchat? Because their friends are there and the personalities on the platform. Quibi's brand new, so no one knows why the fuck they should go there.
To watch a short movie?
And it's like,
watch a short
why
movie,
do
short
I love,
show, I don't
why do
know.
I love Idris Elba? Because of his multi-hour-long epic movies, not for his 10-minute shows. Why would I want to go watch Idris Elba for 10 minutes? I like watching him for an hour.
Well, let me ask you
I
this.
like watching Chris Hemsworth for an hour. I like watching all these people for an hour. Like, it just doesn't really, like,
Let me put something
make sense.
So I have a hard time watching movies in their entirety. I have a very hard time sitting still for an hour and a half. And
but do you start a lot of movies and don't finish them?
I start a lot of movies and don't finish, but I also start a lot of movies and then we'll go back to them if they're good enough. Like I'll
Did you
go
ever finish Parasite?
No.
Sad.
I know, very sad.
I can understand that the subtitles can get.
I'm an
Well, no,
idiot.
he just
Reading is
fucking
hard.
left.
No, I'm a dumb shit.
He
Reading is
wasn't
hard.
the best part of
Reading
Parasite.
is hard.
He
AJ
left-
knows what I'm talking
he
about.
left
Reading
at
is
the
hard.
climax of the movie.
Yeah, like
Right before it started to get really fucking interesting.
Well, this is actually what
He's
happened.
like,
Jalila looks.
they're in the living
Jalila,
room.
nah.
Jalila looks at me and goes, "I'm sleepy," and like starts to fall asleep, and I just paused it, and then like a week later, I was like, "Hey, you want to finish Parasite?" And she's like, "Nah," and I'm like, "I'm not gonna watch it either." Delete. Like, you know, I don't.
Yeah.
Hope you enjoyed that clip. If you'd like to see the full episode, click right here. If you'd like to subscribe, click here. If you'd like more clips, we got 2 more right over here.